This is Mimi, otherwise known as Kim, and I want to introduce you to my husband Scott, also known as Papa, so he can tell you about himself. Okay, Papa, so tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Scott. I'm a youthful, sort of 63, heading out with my wife, Kim, or Mimi. And I am not retired yet. I'm still working as a wildlife biologist, a career I've had for quite some time. And been outdoorsy for quite a while along with my wife. We have never tackled anything quite this big. We did do the John Muir Trail. We did it in 2 trips because we had an injury that sort of caught us in the middle on the first one. Done a lot of day hiking, some other backpacking. Glacier Park is my favorite place on the face of the planet.
Okay. So you said something about being a wildlife biologist. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so I've been a wildlife biologist since about 1983 when I started my graduate work. I've spent most of my career as a researcher studying large mammals, mostly elk and mule deer and black bears. I'm now a program manager, so I'm not out in the field quite as much. Been doing that for a little bit, but anyway, it's been a fun job and I've seen lots of cool things, and it's taken me outside a lot, where I like to be.
Okay, so what about some of your hobbies that you're interested in pursuing when we're on this hike?
Well, photography is a real hobby of mine. I really like to take pictures, and I'd like to do more of that in retirement and sort of see if I can't get even better. I'm still pretty much an amateur. I like to write. I'm an editor for a scientific journal on the side, so writing is kind of a thing that I am dealing with all the time, and I enjoy it. I feel like I'm fairly good at it, and so those are probably a couple of things that I'm really looking forward to, other than just sort of getting out and exploring with Kim and hiking and maybe some traveling and that kind of thing.
So you mentioned looking forward. So are there some things besides taking photos and exploring that you are looking forward to on this adventure?
Yeah, so as a wildlife biologist, whenever we go out and explore a trail, I've always got my eyes open for birds and reptiles and mammals. I try not to miss those sorts of things. So that's, we'll be in some country I haven't spent hardly any time in. And so I'm looking forward to that and just kind of continuing to sort of see those kind of neat natural world things. Another thing that's kind of unique for me is that from the age of 2 till about 15, I lived with my family in a small town called Cathedral City, which is a bigger town now, but back then it was really small, and it's not too terribly far from Palm Springs. And from our home, I could look out one direction and see Mount San Jacinto in all of its glory. And I used to look up there all the time. I used to look at it with binoculars. I rode the aerial tramway up a couple times to the top. But this will be like the first time I've really been anywhere back near where my original roots were from. So it'll be interesting to kind of see a different perspective, but also kind of be fairly close to where I grew up for a while.
And so we all have our own fears. What are some or concerns? Do you have some heading out on this trek?
Yeah, I'm sure I've got a fair number of concerns. Obviously, staying healthy for both of us is one. Little things like hopefully being able to sleep, finding water when you need it. Those kinds of things are kind of on my mind right now. In terms of things that will be hard for me, besides sort of the things that the trail throws at you, I've got a 13-year-old little dog that I'm leaving behind with a friend to take care of. He's pretty much my buddy, and I'm going to miss him a ton. He's older, so I have a little bit of concern just about him doing well while I'm gone. I'll be checking up on him lots, but that's on my mind, and I'm sure it will be probably a lot while I'm hiking. Got grandkids that we're leaving behind that are a big part of our life. I'm gonna think about them, I'm sure, a lot, and miss them a lot. And my kids too, our kids. We have the same kids.
I hope so.
Yes, we do.
Hopefully there's not some secret ones out there.
I brought the second chromosome to all those parties, so yeah. So those are the kinds of things, I guess, that I'm just on my mind, and they are sort of concerns, but.
Yep. Let's see, anything else you want to add that you've been thinking of while you're talking? We will obviously talk more along the way, and things will come up, and hopefully share thoughts about things that we encounter and learn from. But
Yeah, I guess one thing that I would add is just sort of the way my mind has kind of wrapped itself around this. I have 3 months max away from work to do this, so obviously it's not really a full through hike. And the way I'm thinking about our adventure is that it doesn't have to be any particular thing to me. There's not a single version that's success, and everything else would not be success. So I'm just going to take it as it comes. We'll deal with whatever comes and try to, enjoy it more than we stress and struggle through it and that kind of thing. But anyway, I guess that's just kind of the way I'm mentally preparing, is just that it's going to be whatever we want it to be.
well, those are some good thoughts there, Scott.
Thank you, Mimi.
Okay, so that's it for now, and probably do another video before we go, showing some of our preparation, and otherwise, then we'll be out on the trail in April. So thanks for listening and following along if you're interested.